Hi YouTube, Mr. Fonania. It's time for part 3, I believe, of my how to build a layout from start to scenery series. And in the series, I'm basically just going to go through the basically the things that I would have changed if I'd known about it when I built my double O gauge layout upstairs. This one's in N gauge. I've shown you this, I've done a video on it, so if you click, there'll be a link somewhere on this piece of paper and it'll take you to the first video, and then from that you can follow it through. But you can see the basic design. It's going to be sort of like I'm planning on having a sort of like a sawmill up here, something for loading chunks of wood and stuff onto the rails, and a simple layout like that, river and stuff through there. First video. And the second video I showed you how to get the track from here onto your baseboard by using grids, which you can just about see over the main baseboard at the back. And that was really useful. And once I actually measured it, I got this point here is out by just 1 centimetre. Now when I look at the plans again, I can quite clearly see why it's out by 1 centimetre. I just misplaced this point on the board. So 1 centimetre to the right, and that point is in the exact same place. I'll just move the camera so you can see how I've drawn what I mean. There we go. This point here is a centimetre out, and that's it. So using the grid method is really good and quite easy at getting to work out where everything goes. Now the next stage is what you can probably see now is the board has changed quite a lot since you last saw it. But the next stage is to start to do the basic scenery. By that I mean troughs or cutouts for rivers or lakes or ravines or things like that, or adding inclines if you want to go up to different levels or up to a bridge or something like that. You need to do it at this stage. But before you do that, you've obviously got to work out where the track sits. So what you actually want to do is get your track out and actually lay it down. Now obviously this is flexi track, so I can't as such cut it all down to size yet, but I can give you an approximate idea of how this bit will work. Sorry if my head goes in the way of the camera, I'll try and keep it out of the way. And something like that. That's how the bend is approximately going to look. I'll use that just to hold it. In my little bag, I've got some quite important things. I went to the local model shop and I picked up, actually I'll tell you that in the next video when I start to need it all. But what I need for this video is all the bits of track that I've got. Now then, I found it very difficult when I was working in double O gauge to bend flexi track on quite tight corners. So I went out to my model shop and I brought all in Pico set track. This is ST4 and ST3. Wait, other way around. ST4 and ST3 track. And basically it's a half foot. This is a point corrector. And that one there is a quarter track. Now the reason I got these is because it's very difficult to bend flexi track into this shape evenly, so I just picked up these pound. That's about about £1 for that, and about 85p for one of those. So I picked up the track, which now means I'm going to be able to start to lay it down on the baseboard in approximately the right positions if I get the correct points. Now the main reason you need to do this is because you want to put it all in approximately the correct places, and then when you cut your, as you can see here, I've cut out this edge here for the canal or river to sit in. But if I hadn't placed the track down like that, I may have got this in the wrong position. But you can quite clearly see how the bend runs, and it's never too tight. Along there, which is exactly what I wanted. There's going to be another one running from here, which is going to go sort of up and join onto this one. I'm going to have this one point here to help the bend to go quite evenly. So anyway, yeah. So once your track is done like that, what I did is I just got a pencil and I just drew very light lines where the track sat, then remove it, and you should now be able to see where the track was sitting. Oh, let's get this out carefully. There we go. Yeah, you can now see where the track's sitting, and then you can work out how you're going to cut the baseboard. Now, is what I did for this one here is, as you can see, I just cut out about 2 inches of baseboard. I can't tell you exactly how much it is, I'll probably work it out. 6 centimetres of baseboard that slowly gets bigger until you get to the far end here, where they meet up in the corner, and then it carries on. Cut it out. I then used 3mm sheet wood to stick underneath, and that will give me a nice base for me to paint on, detail on, scenery on, whatever. But that's how I suggest doing, well, basically doing rivers and things like that, is to cut it out of the baseboard, then screw wood underneath. Is what I've actually done is stuck it with glue, and when I remove all the screws it won't fall apart. Now you can see the one bit of wood here. The point of that is, it's because it's only 3mm cut down from 10mm wood. It's actually a bit flexible in that middle bit, so to keep it rigid while I move it around, I've just screwed that on the end. Eventually there will be a back seam running along that face and that face, and when that goes up, they will do that job there, so it won't affect anything. I'll make it nice and easy. But yeah, so part 3, I'll just run it through quickly. Part 1 is your layout design. Part 2 is getting the layout onto your baseboard, cutting out your baseboard, sort of working out where things are going to sit. And then part 3 is laying down the track for the first time in the approximate positions, working out where you need to cut the baseboard or add something to the baseboard, and well, as you can see, cutting out and fitting it. So in the next scene I'm actually going to be starting to lay down track. Excuse me. I'm actually going to start laying down track. Now I'm going to lay down all 3 of these points and all the track work between them. I'm then going to lay the one in the top corner that was here, and stick that down and put the flexi track between it, and I'm not going to go any further because I then need to start adding a bit more scenery, like the bridge and anything that the track is going to cover. So hopefully that will come in the next video. And yeah, so it's coming on quite nicely now. I picked up this, not quite sure what it is. Anyway, you'll see more of this in the next video. All the track, I have got a few things in the bag which I didn't show you earlier on. So yeah, hopefully you'll join me again. Follow me on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button, and you'll get these updates coming through to your channel. And as always, please comment. I hope you find this all useful. And yeah, thanks for watching.